जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी श्री माता जी को प्रणाम करके बंधन लेंगे। महामंत्र।
Shri Sahasra
हम सभी श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी सुनते हुए अब ध्यान करेंगे।
A month back, I told Ustam that you must have a puja arranged this Sunday. It's a full moon day, and he asked me, what should you call? Is it a Guru Puja, or is it a Puja for Mahalakshmi or Ganesha's Puja? So I told him, call it a Guru Puja. And he asked me later on, much later, when I was going to India, that why not also have a Christmas Puja over here? Today is a very important day. Because long time back, when Christ was just a child, he read from the scriptures and declared to the multitudes that he was the Advent, the Incarnation, who is the Savior. They believed that a Savior is going to come. Today, long time back on a Sunday, he declared that he was the Savior. That's why today is the Advent Sunday. He had to live for a very, very short time. So at a very young age, he had to declare that he was the Advent. Now it is remarkable to see that before this, no incarnation said publicly that they were incarnations. Rama, of course, had forgotten that he was an incarnation. In a way, he made himself to forget, played his Maya upon himself to become a complete human being, Maryada Purushottama. And Shri Krishna also only told one person, Arjuna, just before he was to start the war. Abraham never said that he was the incarnation, though he was the incarnation of primordial master. Dattatreya himself never said that he was the incarnation of the primordial master. With all these three forces acting through innocence, came on this earth to guide. Moses never said that, though they knew he was great. He had overpowered nature. But he never said that he was the incarnation. At the time of Christ, one felt it was necessary to say, otherwise people won't understand. If at that time they had recognized Christ, there would have been no problem. But still human beings had to evolve further. Somebody had to cross the Agya Chakra in the Virata to go through that door. That's why Christ came on this earth. It is most surprising that in this tree of life, when the roots give out the shoot and the shoot gives out the branches and the branches give out the leaves and the flowers also blossom out of the same tree, those who know the roots do not want to know the shoot. Those who know the shoot do not want to recognize the flowers. This is typical human nature. I never said about myself because it was felt that human beings have now achieved another dimension of ego, even worse than at the time of Christ. May you blame anything. You can call it industrial revolution because you were away from the nature, or whatever you may call it. But human beings had lost all contact with reality. They were identified with artificiality, and to accept such a great reality is going to be impossible for them. That's why I never said a word about myself. Till, of course, some of the saints told about me. Some of the possessed people also told about me. And also people started wondering that how the most difficult thing of Kundalini awakening takes place with that speed in the presence of Mataji. There was a temple in India and nobody knew about it. But they found that the ships which went near a particular spot were drawn towards the shore. And it was difficult to ply them back, and they had to put double force to take out of that attraction. And they did not know that there was something that was acting. They thought there was something wrong with the depth of the sea. But invariably it happened to many ships. Then they wanted to find out, after all, what is happening to those ships. Why all the ships suddenly start getting attracted towards the shore? So they tried to find out. And when they went into the jungles, they found a big temple. And on top of the temple was kept a huge mass of magnet. So through rational understanding, people reach the point that Mataji has to be something exceptional, because nowhere in the scriptures written down anywhere that such an incarnation came on this earth, whose mere glance, even thought, can raise the Kundalini. Many saints who are away from the madding crowd, sitting in the jungles, on the Himalayas, all know about it. Because their awareness is at a point where they understand. They understand much more than you do, because you are still children, newly born. They are grown up. But today is the day I declare that I am the one who has to save the humanity. I declare I am the one who is Adi Shakti, who is the mother of all the mothers, who is the primordial mother, the Shakti, the desire of God, who has incarnated on this earth to give its meaning to itself, to this creation, to human beings. And I am sure through my love and patience and my powers, I am going to achieve it. I was the one who was born again and again. But now in my complete form and complete powers, I have come on this earth not only for salvation of human beings, not only for their emancipation, but for granting them the kingdom of heaven, the joy, the bliss that your Father wants to bestow upon you. These words are to be kept within the bounds of Sahajogis only for the time being. And today is the day of Guru Puja, not my puja, but your puja as Gurus. I anoint all of you as Gurus, and today I will tell you what I have bestowed upon you and what great powers you already have within you. Among you, there are people who are still not being able to recognize my announcement will work it out within them. The recognition. Without recognition you cannot see the play. Without play you cannot have confidence within yourself. Without confidence you cannot become Guru. Without becoming Guru you cannot help others. And without helping others you are not going to be in any way happy. So to break the chain is very easy, but to build the chain one after another is what you have to do. This is what you were all wanting to be. So be confident and be joyous and be happy that all my powers will protect you. My love will nourish you. And my nature will fill you with peace and joy. May God bless. The other day I told you about Shambhavopaya and Shaktopaya. These are two methods of one is by which you cleanse people, very few of them, you take a handful of them and go on cleansing them so that Chitta is completely cleansed, all their 5 elements are cleansed, and then the Kundalini is raised and people get realization. That's called as Shambhavopaya, in which your personality is cleansed out completely. Another is Shaktopaya, I said, where there is Shakti which makes your Kundalini rise, whatever may be the situation, and then looks after the cleansing. So in our Sahaja Yoga we have used the second part because there is no time left for Shambhavopaya. It would be impossible to do it. So in Shaktopaya, normally people, what we do is Shaktipat, is to make their power, that is Shakti, to fall upon another one, like the reflection. Or as we say, the light is falling on us. So they let their power or their Kundalini power fall onto the power of others' Kundalini and then gradually raise it. But for that, human beings as they are, they have their very laborious methods for that also. Is that they will choose what is the problem of Kundalini. So they'll go through all your history, find out what sort of parents you have had and this and that, what kinds of dream you have, they analyze you completely. And then also they find out what kind of diseases you could have had. For example, anybody who has got, say, eyes trouble, or trouble with the nose, or trouble with the throat, or with the stomach, and all kinds of things are avoided. So you can imagine how many of us would fit into that category. And then they would also find out what sort of life they have led and what sort of parents they have got. Mostly it was done also to people who actually at a very young age went to the gurus and asked for this Shakta thing, the Shakti path. Now, because of me, it has become very simple. As you know, it's a Shakti path. That is what you have to do now, is Shakti path. means to throw your light onto other. Shakti is power and path means to make it fall. So your Shakti can now fall onto anybody's Kundalini and it can rise. Now it was a very, very difficult thing. They said only person who is a Vitaraga, the one who has conquered all his Raga. Raga means any attachment. All the attachments, the one who has conquered. He is without any attachment, is completely detached in life, can only do the Kundalini rise. So first of all, Diksha has to be given, is initiation. That you have already got. The day you came to me, you got the Diksha. You do not realize that how it happens. Such a lot of things have happened to you telescopically that you do not realize how many things have happened to you. So only for Diksha, you see, a person is taxed quite a lot. I mean, you have to look after your Guru quite a lot. And you have to take some fruits and things like that. Money also some of these nonsensical people take, so that doesn't matter. But even there's some dakshina has to be given, because, see, Guru has to be looked after by the chelas. The Guru is, after all, is not at all attached to your wealth or to anything that you give. But it is the duty of the Shishas to look after the Guru. And that's why a little money is also was to be given to a Guru. I mean, of course, they are now misusing the whole stuff, because the Guru has to live somewhere, he has to have a house and all these things. So little money was also given, called as dakshina. The whole thing is now so misinterpreted and has been taken to such a nonsensical limit that people are just making it an enterprise. But the Guru had to be something of that level who would raise the Kundalini. And that Guru was Vitaraga, means the one who is lost all attachment of the absolutely unattached, whose chitta has been cleared so much that there is no greed left in it, there is no temptation left in it, there is only forgiveness in the person. Such a person was regarded as a Vitaraga. And when such a person raised the Kundalini, he could. Only Kundalini could be commanded by only such rare people. So first of all, you have got the Diksha of a Guru without any introduction. So the Diksha you have got. You have got the Mahadiksha also. First is the Diksha. Then what is the Mahadiksha? The second Mahadiksha is that you are given a mantra. Only one name is given, otherwise, normally. But this mantra is also to be taken out, because the Guru, if he knows, I mean, these Gurus did not even know what chakras you are catching. Just imagine. So they used to consult your horoscope. You have come at such and such time to me, say today you have come to see. Now what is your horoscope? So what must be your trouble? Under what nakshatra constellation you were born? What was the name of your parents? Then there's a big science about it. They used to count from A, B to B like that and reach a point where they would find the words. What is the second word? What is the third word? Like that, and then they used to consult. It's a big shastra. And after consulting that, they would find out what is the chakra catching in. And then they would give you a name. Alright, say Rama. You go on saying Rama, Rama till your right heart chakra is. This may take 2 years, 3 years, maybe 2 lives, maybe 100 lives. You carry on with one mantra, Rama, Rama, Rama always. But this was to be done with all those consultations of your constellation and everything, your family, house, everything, and then to be brought to that point where the chakra is caught up. Now supposing your 4 chakras are caught up. आपला काही संबंध नाही, ते लोक करत असत. Because you see, whatever is his horoscope denotes what is the trouble you are having, isn't it? Or what troubles you will be having. Physical only to begin with. So they would know through your Kundali, means your horoscope, what was the trouble you are having. Supposing you are having a trouble in your stomach. So they would go round and round and round and found out one mantra for the stomach. Because directly they cannot find out. Like the scientists, you see. Scientists, how they find out things. See, supposing you go to the doctor. He will take out your eyes, wash it nicely, put it back, say eyes are all right. Then he'll take out your teeth, make artificial teeth, jam them in saying that your teeth were all right. He'll take out your ears, fix up something new artificial, say it's all right. Take out your heart, examine it, put another one there. It's like this. You see, in the same way they used to do it, because they were groping in the dark. As you people know about chakras, they did not know what are the chakras catching. So you can imagine what a Maha Diksha you have got now. First is you have got a Diksha. The day your Kundalini rises is the Diksha. Then you get your realization. This is out of question, they can never talk in one breath. You are kept hanging in the air, you see, all the time, upside down. Just like bats in the night, you see. Then they would consult other things, like they would see what kinds of friends you keep, to what people you are attracted. So the temperaments they will see. From that also they will judge. May give you another mantra. So these mantras you go on sitting and hours together with them, all the time reciting these mantras without paying attention to your other needs. And this was when the mantra was achieved, they used to call it, all right, the mantra is siddha now for you. Means now this mantra you can use for somebody else. Means only Rama's mantra you could use. Just imagine. Now what have you got it? You have got your realization. Alright. But realization means you have got the complete knowledge as to what mantra is to be made for any chakra whatsoever. You can coin your own mantras. Then you also have got the power to know all the chakras which are needing the help. You've got power to raise the Kundalini of other people. You have got power to fix the Kundalini onto Sahasrara if it is falling. You've got power to cleanse the chakras of the other people and you've got power to fix the chakras also by giving it a bandhan. You've got power to protect yourself from all negativity through your bandhan. You've got power to direct your attention to any place by which you can know about anyone who needs your help. You have got power to feel the problem in the collective also. Like what's wrong with London? Put your hands. What's wrong with London? Like this. Like this. Frank, never towards me. Dangerous. Left heart. And right heart. That way everything, but left heart. Right heart. Now you've got a language which describes something. See, you've got the language to describe. When you said left heart, you have not hurt anyone by saying that. You Londoners are catching on left heart. Means what? That means you are going against what? You are not interested in the spirit. You are materialists. You are egoistical. You do not care for your spirit. You are trying to harm your spirit. You are drunkards. You are going to ruin yourself in drinking. But all this you don't say. You just say your left heart is catching, finished. You don't even say that you should do any forgiveness and all that. You only just put your hand like this and ask for the forgiveness of all the Londoners on the left heart. and they are forgiven. And they for the forgiveness of all the Londoners on the left heart, and they are forgiven. And they drink more and have a worse heart. So, all these powers you have got now is to raise the Kundalini and to remove the obstructions in the Kundalini. If there somebody's Agya Chakra would be caught up, the Guru would not remove his Agya Chakra, fearing that his own Agya Chakra would be caught up. So, they had to first do the mantras to be Siddha. Siddha means the one which is proved now, effective. Your every mantra is effective. You take the name of the deity and your mantra is effective. It's already Siddha. Like a bundle, it has got everything into it. You open it and you get it. If somebody's any chakra is catching and you just say the mantra and finished. And you have the knowledge of all the mantras and you know what it is. And you have all the knowledge and it is so secret that others do not know. Even if you do not take the names, you just point at, everybody knows what's the matter, where to go, what to say. So, though it is so much secret, it is so much understood between you. See the homogeneous understanding between us. We know what is what. And then we do not feel bad about ourselves and about others. Though I say that your Mr. EGO is big, nobody hits me back. At the time of Christ, it was impossible to take the name of EGO. Now you can say, and you can see also clearly, your ego, your superego, your nonsense, this, that, everything you can see. Even if somebody has the power, say, is a born realized person, he does not a word about how to raise the Kundalini. He cannot raise the Kundalini unless and until he has become a Sahajogi. So those born realized who think that no end of themselves should know that they have to become Sahajogis. Otherwise they are not effective. They cannot be Kriyavati. They cannot go into action. So all these things you have got within yourself. That you have the full knowledge about the deity. You know why they get angry? What is the problem? By what sin they get angry? Only if I say don't commit sin. Finished. You say what is the sin? Then if you say that don't commit this. But now it is not only that. But you try some tricks and you will have it. There is a compulsory bandhan on you of your mother. If you try to drink, you will vomit. If you do anything wrong, your stomach will go out. If you try to avoid Sahaja Yoga, you will have to be there. Because though you are not feeling it, you have felt inside yourself the charm of Sahaja Yoga. But there is a group of people still who have been realized and who are not yet there. Now what is the difference between the two? It's very simple. Is the recognition. Those who have not recognized me will not be blessed. They will be going round and round and round. So it is necessary to recognize. Now there are some people, like I will say, very good example is Shri Sainath's disciples are. Now he is no more. So they believe in him. Now where is he? They don't want to believe in the present incarnation. They want to believe in something that is dead. They believe in Rama. They will believe in Christ. Most of the Christians have this problem. Even they will relate me only to Christ. If I cannot relate myself to Christ, they cannot be in surgery. Or they will relate me only to Moses or to someone like that. You have to live in the present. And you cannot conceptualize me. Your concepts are limited. Supposing you were born here, you would be Christian. But if you are born in India, you would be a Hindu. If you are born in China, you would be Chinese. With the eyes like that. You could have been anything. So when your misidentification starts working, immediately you know that you are misidentified, because vibrations will stop. So the group of people which are in between, the people who are not yet settled down, fully into Sahaja Yoga, who are not fully empowered, are the people who cannot recognize. And they feel very proud about it sometimes, that we cannot recognize. It's foolishness. Immediately your vibrations will start flowing as soon as you recognize. And such group of people are the people who are coming from various sources of, we can say various sources of other gurus and things like that. Then there is a problem about them. And such people, when they come to Sahaja Yoga, they get their realization. Generosity, I should say. They all get their realization, whatever may be the case. Even the other day we had a prostitute there, she also got the realization. And Sahaja Yoga also gives a very long rope. You do not lose your vibrations easily if you get them properly. But what happens just after Sahaja Yoga, being the light, you start seeing all your defects within yourself. Then you want to deny Sahaja Yoga. Some people start getting tingling. Some people normally feel alright, but in my presence they start shaking or going into contortions. As soon as some people see me, you have seen that they become heated up, they get pain in the stomach, because when you face the light, you start facing yourself. And you do not want to face yourself. The main thing is, those who are not yet steady in Sahaja Yoga are not willing to face themselves. If they would face themselves, they would correct themselves so fast, because there is light. You do not identify yourself with your defects. You are the doctor, you have the light, and you operate. Also you know how to operate. If you just decide on this point that I am going to face myself, let me see who I am, all these defects will run away, but you do not want to face it. And that's why those who get realization also don't want to come to it. Those who also get cool breeze, they don't think much of it, because if they think much of it, they have to give up their ego, with which they are identified all these years. Moreover, they will have to see themselves. So they say, no, I am not better, I am tingling, this is happening, there are needle and pins in my body, and that is, how can I be, it is not helping me, Sahaja Yoga is taking me backwards. They will start blaming the Sahaja Yoga for it, instead of seeing to people who have improved. But whom are you blaming? You are blaming something that is going to save you. You are blaming your savior. It's better to see your own problems, your own defects, and come out. To be very kind to yourself is this, that you get rid of all these serpents and scorpions and all those other things that are hanging around, and just become pure. And the light has come. In this light you should start seeing what is the truth. Then your misidentifications will drop out and your real identification will be established. Otherwise it cannot be done. You must learn to face yourself, never justify. Now some people have a habit of justifying even their son or their brother or wife or husband. You are not helping them by that. Then these negative people have a thing to go together. Always two negative will join together to put up a show. I am surprised we don't even have any union here. See, otherwise we can have negative people's union against Mataji. I mean, you could be facing like that, because they always combine, and there is a big fraternity among negative people. Big fraternity. Because you have seen that those who are robbers, they always combine together. They are very friendly, they keep all the secrets. But two good people, if they combine, the whole world can be changed. So you must understand that try to go to a person who is positive. Otherwise you cannot develop your Sahaja. Who talks negatively, you do not go near them. Now in this country there is another group of people. Because you are going to be Guru tomorrow, I am telling you all types. They do not want to face themselves, but there are many ways by which they avoid it. One of them is, as soon as they get realization, they start analyzing it. You give them anything, they'll analyze. When in this country, they think they can analyze everything. I don't know from where did they get this idea. Maybe these scientists or maybe these psychologists must have, the intellectuals, so-called, they might have given this idea. That you take everything, this is this because of this. I mean, you don't even have your eyes opened. You are such little babies still. How can you analyze all these things? So you start analyzing everything. Why this has happened? Why that has happened? Once you start analyzing, you lose everything. Start talking about it, analyzing about it. What you have to do is to receive it, assimilate it, take it more and more, expose yourself. Do not find faults with Sahaja Yoga, but know that there are faults with you which can only be corrected through Sahaja love. There are people who even come on me. Why didn't you do like this, mother? Why didn't you do like that? I think I know my job very well. They try to teach me also. You should have done like this, you should have done like that. Whichever way you do, if somebody is Jack in the box, he'll always come up. Because that's the nature of the person. So you change that nature. Remove your springs a little bit. Settle down. And these springs are nothing but this analytical business. Such people you will meet many. So how to approach these people? What I have done about these analytical people, that is what you have to do with them. Now listen very carefully. You give realization to somebody. Alright? And the person feels in the cool breeze in the hand. Now he starts saying, well, so what? I feel so what? Now you tell him that you did not get them by thinking, did you? Or through analysis? No. You never had them before? No. Then you've got it now. Now what are these? You explain. You cannot explain. So it is something that has happened to you beyond your thinking power. It's a higher power than your thinking. You see, thoughtless means they think he's a madcap. See, talk thoughtless awareness, they think, oh, that means you don't think, means you are easily primitive. They think you are primitive if you do not think. It has happened through a power which is much higher than you. By thinking, what have you done? By thinking, you have cut your noses, cut your eyes, cut your hands, everything you have cut. And now you are going to have a big wall. Wonderful thinking. So you tell them, by thinking you never got it, and this is some higher power. Talk of higher things. That has given you this. So if you have to be in that higher power, this lower power of your thinking, you put it down a little. That's how they'll come round. If you try to say, oh, don't think, they'll say, what? Don't think means it is not even thinkable. I mean, it is that useless. And this is to tackle these people who are egoistical and who think and who would not even accept even if they get cool breeze. So gradually you will help them. Then for a guru, as you are now, you have all the knowledge, all the power and everything. But what we lack is confidence. And we have inertia within us. I don't know how this inertia is going to get out. Sometimes people who are that inert, they also have a use. And they are put in the cannons, and blasted in a circus. So they can show their feet. They are so inert that nothing can disturb them. But you are my children. I have made you after the image of Jesus Christ, of Shri Ganesh. All their powers are available to you. And this is one point I feel sometimes I don't know how to remove your inertia. Because you have not practiced Sahaja. You have not gone into any practice. You have got it very easily. You do not understand its value. So you just want to have as a sidetrack. You have to discipline yourself. Unless and until you discipline yourself, I leave it to your freedom. Because I have always believed in the freedom of my children. Because I think they are not that low time. I should put freedom on them as a sort of a bar, that they should not use their freedom. You are absolutely free. If you want to go to hell, I will give you a chariot to go direct. But if you want to go to heaven, I'll give you a vimana, an aeroplane to go there. So it is for you people to become dynamic and to have confidence within you. You know every chakra, you know every rising of the kundalini, you know everything. Take it upon yourself. Then a person who takes it upon himself, you see, I can be very angry with all of you. Very simple. But no, I have to get the job done. I have to talk to you nicely, I have to sometimes scold you, I have to ask you this way, that way, marinate you sometimes put little grease, sometimes do this, do that, sometimes give some heat, sometimes cold, manage them somehow, bring them round, and treat them in such a way that they are there. In the same way you have to treat those people. Not to get angry with them. To get angry is the easiest way. You see, then have no problem. Once I get angry with you all, I'll have my own peace. No problem. But you have to be really very, very patient with all of them. Extremely patient. Your language must improve. Please, I'm sorry, we have lots of words here, but I think they have lost their value. So we come to one point, we must do it from our heart. We must feel from our heart that we have to save this man. We have to help him. Then sometimes you have to scold also, because you will find most of the negative people will be the greatest fussiest ever born. They will create the greatest scenes ever possible. They will show off the maximum. All these possibilities. You can wear every Sunday. Also, some of them do. Or, all right, then bring up the hair of Rajoga. But such a wear can be a load, just a load, unless and until we have a real force inside. So you have to decide whether you are going to be just a load on Mataji, that you come here, my father is ill, my mother is ill, my brother is ill, or get me a job and do this and do that. I must have. All these things are just good for nothing in this life. To my mind, it is absolutely useless. They have no meaning. I just do not think much of them. But now if you say, all right, I am willing to do this and that. In the same way with others also, you should talk in such a way. Why are you bothering about these things? What is it so important? What have you to do in life? When you start talking like that, your wisdom, your greatness, everything will be appreciated. The gurus have to know from where their power has come, and they must have their ideal correct. You should study me how I talk to people, how I show my complete ignorance, even if I know that they are horribly caught up, and I never tell them that you are possessed. Never. Till absolutely they start shaking their heads and absolutely they go beyond. I never tell them personally. In the same way, you should not also suddenly say to somebody you are possessed, because that may absolutely upset people. Any curt answer, any sharp answer is not going to help. It's a thing you must understand. It is a guru-dam is different, and to be a guru is different. You have to be extremely soft and very sweet. Otherwise these madcaps, they'll all run away and they'll be destroyed. They don't know they're good. You have to tell them they're good. You have to talk to them sweetly. You have to do everything, go all out, bring them out and do it. So today all of you have to take a vow that you are all gurus, and so you are going to show that you have manifested your guru-ness. When I come back, I want to see what have you done about it. All of you should get to it. May God bless. Any questions? Must ask questions, because in the preaching of Sahaja Yoga you have problems. Born realized are the people who were realized long time back, before they were born in this lifetime. So they clear out much faster than you do, because they have done the clearing before also. So they clear out very fast. They normally do not take to all the perversions and all the temptations that you take to. And they are very different type of people. They are unique and cynical, because when they are born they find the rest of them are going the other way, and they don't know how to deal with the others. Because they don't know how to deal with the others and deal with the situation, they become cynical, and they have their own ideas, and maybe these born realized might develop their ego also quite a lot. Normally they do not take to temptations, normally. But if they go to it, they will see to it that they have it fully. And while you people have a very great capacity for one thing, because you know your realization, it happened in your own awareness. When you were aware of it, you saw the happening. So you understand the value of it. Supposing you are born in a rich family, then you don't understand the value of richness. But supposing you are not born in a rich family and suddenly you get a lot of riches, then you can compare what I was and what I was not, what I am. In the same way, in Sahaja Yoga, when you are not realized and you get realization, you can compare. And then the value of realization is much greater for a Sahaja Yogi than for just a realized soul. Yes, some realized souls also may understand, but they are more individualistic. They are not so much collective as you people are. Secondly, because you have gone through that in this lifetime and in your own memory, all the wrong things you have done, you have much more compassion and understanding for other people who have got these things. While these who are realized people do not have much of that patience for others, and they have their own way of doing things. If they come to Sahaja Yoga, they could be very dynamic and very great, no doubt. But they will not take to Sahaja Yoga easily, because they think we are all right. Why should we accept anything else now? Because sort of they are satisfied people. But they cannot help the humanity unless and until they learn the thing. Like a man, say, who is very clever, very intelligent, is a child born, very intelligent. He doesn't like to go to a school. But he misses all the other things of the school, the discipline of the school, the complete knowledge of the school. He may be all right, I mean, he's quite intelligent, but he lacks all that, which one can get it in a school in a proper way. Apart from that, he lacks that companionship with me. Because I have given you realization, so you feel me much more than they can. Supposing a child is born to a mother and the child has not seen the mother, then that child cannot have that feeling for a mother as you people can have. So this is the greatest thing that you have got. And if the realized, born realized also try to stick on to Sahaja Yoga, they will also develop the same feeling. And then the joy starts pouring in, because you start seeing how your mother looks after you at every moment, how she creates play and how she creates magic. Because you forget your mother when I have not given you realization, you forget her. You think, oh, I'm already realized, sort of thing comes in. What other question? No, it's not a silly question. It is not. You see, it is like this. When you become a human being, you are born as a human child, alright? But supposing the child is put in company of the foxes. The child grows like a fox. Then it does not have human awareness, it has the fox's awareness, but the body is that of a fox. In the same way, you are realized when you have jumped into another superhuman awareness. But if you do not allow it to grow properly, it has to grow still. And it has to grow, otherwise it won't be manifesting itself. So that's how it can be lost, in the sense that you have to be born again and again it can come up. And it is lost in many. Intellectuals, big problem. I don't know. Because I've never known such silly people before, This lifetime only I'm seeing such silly people and idiotic ones. Those who get realization also don't understand the value of realization. Can you think of such people anytime? Also, realization can be lost. Say, after realization you don't feel like drinking much or something, and you try to force yourself and try to become a bad person again and again. Then the Kundalini may not rise, and that's how, though there will be an opening, but Kundalini won't rise at all. Can happen. I've known many people. I mean, this is something so new, In Kali Yuga, everything is funny, but this is the funniest thing. Really, I'm surprised. I'm myself surprised at people that they have got realization. They'll come to program, they'll give realization to 10 people, and then settle back, losing all their vibrations. There are quite funny type, this Kali Yuga has created such combinations and permutations, endless. It's impossible to understand them. So the question is not silly at all, because you see, silly people are there. They think it fits there. It is true. Very sad, but it is. It happens. Such set of people, I mean, you can't think of such set of people. I mean, I never dreamt that I'll be meeting them.
अब हम सभी मिलकर श्री माता जी की आरती करेंगे।
सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी दिन में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियारा माँ कर दिया उजियारा कलयुग में माया है कलयुग में माया है फिर भी पहचाना माँ सबको दुआ देना सबको दुआ देना माँ सबको दुआ देना जय निर्मल माता जी जय निर्मल माता जी दिल में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता माँ है भारत माता इस धरती पर आकर इस धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना माँ सबको दुआ देना सबको दुआ देना माँ सबको दुआ देना जय निर्मल माता जी जय निर्मल माता जी दिल में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना जब दिल में आए तब मधुर संगीत सुन लो माँ मधुर संगीत सुन लो होए सके जो सेवा होए सके जो सेवा हमसे करा देना माँ सबको दुआ देना सबको दुआ देना माँ सबको दुआ देना जय निर्मल माता जी जय निर्मल माता जी दिल में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना माँ सबको दुआ देना माँ सबको दुआ देना त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी सरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कलिकी साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
Shri